Hey there, it's Tally from Bravo, and today I'm super excited to show you our completely revamped process for transferring firearms in Bravo when E4473 is part of your product lineup. This video will cover the FFL vendor transfer process, so let's jump in. In this case, a firearm was purchased online and shipped to us, the buyer's local FFL, to facilitate the transfer. The firearm just arrived, and the shipping manifest includes everything I need to get started. From the Bravo dashboard, navigate to the right and drop down the new option, Third-Party Transfers, and then choose Start Firearm Transfer. Let's start with the seller by entering just a few characters of the business name and then choose Search. And now to include vendors, select the checkbox here and Bravo will automatically research the database. If you do not find the seller in the database, you can simply add them by selecting Add New Vendor here. Here we are, Test FFL Vendor. We can verify the FFL number match here, and now choose Select to continue. Next, we're going to identify the buyer, select Buyer, Transferee, CA for Casey, JO for Jones, according to the shipping manifest. And if no customer is found indicating this may be Casey's first visit, select Add New Customer. Complete his name, his cell number here at the top, and then choose Save to save the customer profile. Depending on your unique store requirements, additional information may be required before you can save. Finally, let's identify the firearm. Enter the manufacturer and then the model or the UPC code here. We have a Glock 23. Bravo takes us to the Add Item screen, and here only the A&D book data is required. First, enter the serial number, and then the action and caliber, and finally the importer if it's required by your store. And then select Next to continue, and then accept it if everything looks correct. Now Bravo will automatically prompt for the location in your shop where this firearm will be stored. Drop down the arrow and select your location, and then select Accept and Save. Now we'll wait for Casey to come in. If Mobile Messenger or Mobile Pawn or the Baya app is part of your product lineup, now is a wonderful time to send this customer a one-off message to let him know his firearm arrived, and it's time to come in and get the transfer paperwork started. The transfer process will now start with Casey, our buyer. Search from the Bravo dashboard and then select the customer, and now select Transfer Pickup from the right menu tree. Highlight the correct item or items and then choose OK. Bravo automatically added the default firearm transfer fee. Choosing Edit allows for a different fee selection. Select Next to collect that transfer fee and start the E4473. Please note that depending on your store's unique store setup, you may be required to fill in additional information about the customer now. You're going to enter the payment type and then choose Save and Finish. And then Bravo's going to move us into the familiar E4473 start screen. Let's get that QR code, scan it with our store device, and hand it over to our customer to fill out. Or alternatively, we can text message the code to our customer and they can complete the E4473 on their cell phone. While the customer is completing the 4473 form, we can save and suspend this transaction to help another customer in line. Once completed, the customer can return to any available team member to wrap up this transaction, and I'm going to choose Last to bring up my last customer and then move right into the transactions screen. Now choose Pending Transactions from the left, then select the correct firearm in process and select OK. Bravo will complete the first round of checks. The employees select Review E4473 to perform the second check. And if there was a mistake, you can always resubmit it and the customer can review how the form was filled out and correct any mistakes. If the customer did not pass the 4473 form review and you are declining the transfer, select Deny. And we've created a separate video for you on how to handle these for FFL vendor transfers. If everything looks good, the next step is to complete the ID information, the ID type, issuing authority, and finally the number and expiration date, and then choose Accept. Now for the background check. Alternatively, if you're in a state that accepts CCW in lieu of a background check, you can record that information here. But if you're using the FBI NICS eCheck, then you're going to choose the NICS eCheck button found here. Bravo will automatically transfer all of the information completed on the 4473 to the NICS form via our Google plugin, and that's called Bravo and E4473 Auto eNICS Background Check. If you're using a state database, you can pop up the E4473 and copy and paste or call or fax in the information directly. If the customer is denied or chooses to cancel, then you can mark it appropriately here and then record the NICS transaction number and select Next. Sign the E4473. Now Bravo will automatically watermark it incomplete, did not transfer. Completing the transaction will prompt you to return to the dashboard. Please review the how-to video for canceled or denied transactions for FFL vendor transfers for the remaining how-to steps in this case. If the customer is delayed, enter the transfer date, the NICS number, and then choose Next. Our customer received a proceed, so let's record that along with the NTN number, and then choose Next. Sign the release of the firearm on the E4473, select Next, and then save to complete the FFL vendor transfer. And let's take a look at the A&D book. So from the Bravo dashboard, you'll select Reports. Then you're going to scroll to the ATF A&D book and Preview. And I'll grab all of the firearms disposed of today. Let's just adjust the format to the Bravo print version so we can also see the E4473. Here is our transaction. Choose View E4473, and now you can enter the line number, then OK. And that's it, the start to finish of how to complete a FFL vendor transfer. If you have additional questions, check out our Solution Center or give us a call at 888-407-6287. Thanks, and have a great day.